Hey there guys, and welcome back. On this week's show, we're frosting a window. Well, I have done frosting on glass before, and it normally involved an etching paste. It's like an acid that you apply to the glass, then you wipe it clean, and you can etch the glass, which essentially frosts it. You've seen me do it here on the show on a couple of projects. But today we're going to do something different. I found this product that you can use. Well, you know what? Let's head over to the bench and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I was on Amazon and I found this stuff. And this is glass paint that frosts your windows. And I wasn't quite sure what to think of it at first. And I'm not going to pretend that this is my first use of this product because it's not. But I tried it on the one window that I needed frosted, which was going into a shed. And I was so pleased with the results and how it worked out and how easy it was to use that I decided I was going to bring it here to the show because it may be useful to some of you out there. Now, this is the kit as it comes. And guys, this comes with everything you need to be able to frost your windows. It has the masking tape to place around the outer edges. It has the small little roller handle as well as the roller refill. It comes with the paint, I guess we'll call it, for the frosting. And it also comes with a pair of gloves to use while using the product. So what I want to do is I actually want to frost the windows of my workshop here. I like to have the blinds open to allow natural light in, but yet I don't want to invite others to be able to peer in and see what kind of equipment I have here in the building. So because of that, I want to frost the window. So that's what we're going to do. And the first thing that we need to do is I got to clean it because honestly, the windows in here are just a mess. Now you can use whatever you want to clean the glass itself. For me, I like this stuff here, this invisible glass. It works great for your vehicle windows especially. But guys, let me give you a piece of advice here. I know this is separate from the video, but if you're going to be cleaning windows where you need to clean the outside and the inside, one thing you can do is on the inside, wipe them horizontally. And on the outside, wipe them vertically. And then when the sun shines in and you see all these smears, you don't have to guess as to which side of the window the smears are on, because if they're horizontal, you know it's on the inside and you can just wash the inside again. If it's vertical, then you can go out to the outside because you know that's where the problem is. So anyway, enough of that. A little bit of a window washing tip. So I'm going to clean these windows. There's an awful lot of sawdust on these windows. So we're just going to get them as clean as best as we can and get them prepared for our frosted coating. And before any of you ask, no, I won't come to your house and do your windows. Okay, well that already looks 100 times better, but the next step that we're going to do is using the masking tape that they provided, we're going to go all the way around the outside and mask off the frame of the window. Well, now according to our directions, we're going to give this a good shake, which I've pretty much done here. And inside it has this initial cap on the outside, and then it has this internal cap to seal it. And we can just pull this seal off of here. And I'm just going to put a little bit in this tray. You don't need a lot. This stuff really goes a long way. All right, so here goes the technical part. So using the roller that they supplied, we're going to load up this roller with this frosting paint, and then we're just going to paint it on our window. And now for my experience with this stuff, you want to kind of keep it going in a uniform direction once you get the edges done, of course. But we're going to go all the way around the edges, get them uniformly coated, and then we'll fill in the middle. Now, the first time I used this, I had a lot of concerns with roller marks. I wasn't sure how that was going to work out. But, well, you know what? I'll show you how it dries once it's finished here, or once it dries. Now, it dries in 30 minutes, guys. So being water-based, it doesn't take long for this to dry. All right, so we're gonna get this first coat on both windows. We're gonna wait our 30 minutes, and then I'll show you what you end up with at that point. All right, well, it has been 30 minutes, and the roller marks, as you can see, this is all now uniformly frosted. There are some missed spots up in the corners that I've missed. I'm not concerned because I will be giving this a second coat. Now, depending on how much privacy you want, guys, you can continue to give more coats after 30 minutes. So apply it 30 minutes and then apply it again if you want. Until you get the desired privacy that you need. Now, at this point here, you can probably see before we could see out the window and see everything in my backyard area, and now we see nothing. And it is the same on the outside, that you can get your face right up to that window and try to peer in. You can see nothing on the interior. So I am going to give this a second coat. I don't think we need a video of it, but I will give it that second coat and then show you what it looks like after it is dried for the 30 minutes. All right, and now we'll just wait another 30 minutes. And for now, we can go back inside and clean up our roller. Okay, and there is our second coat dried. I can see up here in this area that we still have a couple spots there that are not completely dry. When it's dry, it gives an even uniform frost to the glass itself. And I can see that I can still see some roller marks up in there. So that section up there looks like it needs a little while longer. Once I see that it's all of uniform frost, I will give this yet a third coat. Now, you don't need to if you don't want to. It's all dependent on how much privacy or how much frosting you actually want. As it turns out with this here, I can't see a thing outside other than general colors. And nobody can see in, and that suits me just fine. But just to finish it off and give it that final little touch, I'm going to run over it one more time with the third coat and then let it dry. Okay, and with that coat dry, or drying I should say, this is actually still wet, but this is a great time knowing that I'm not going to be applying any more of the product. It's a great time to remove all of your masking from around the window, and then we just need to wait for this to dry for our final results. And there you have it, frosting a window. Guys, while this is not a perfect solution, it is an economical one. And if you have something like, say here, a shop window that you want to gain some privacy so that people cannot see inside, it is really an economical way to go. This kit, the kit that I ordered from Amazon, was $23. And it covers 25 square feet. Comes with everything you need: the gloves, the masking tape, the roller refill, the actual fluid itself. And it does a fantastic job. You can see here the before, where you could see clearly through the window, and the after. And the results are very dramatic. Now, the best part is, even though it looks kind of bad at the beginning, when you're applying it, when that dries, it dries as a nice even coating. You don't see all the roller marks and that sort of thing. It really does give a great frosted look and does provide a lot of privacy for a very small price. So While this is a shorter show than there would normally be, I thought that this might be something that would interest some of you, and it works really well. I was actually very surprised. Now, like I said at the beginning of the show, this is not the first time I've used it. This is the second set of windows I have done with this exact same kit. And I wasn't going to bring this to the show at all, but I was so pleased with the results that I got on the first application that I thought I'd bring it to you. And of course, I'm going to post the links down below so that if you're interested in this sort of thing, you can grab some for yourself. Now, one thing I will point out here, for starters, you need to wait for 12 to 24 hours before you can expose this thing to any kind of cleaners or liquid or anything like that to be able to wash your windows. So if you apply liquid before this is fully 100% cured, you're going to wash it off. So you don't want to do that. Also, depending on the instructions you follow, you may do this differently. Now, online in the original advertisement's description for how to use this stuff, it tells you to wait for 1.5 hours after the first application in order to apply the second coat. However, if you look at the directions on the box of the product itself, those directions that are written on the box, they say 30 minutes in between coats. So it's up to you which one you want to follow. I figured the one online is susceptible to human error punching it in wrong, and while the one on the box is also susceptible to that error, I would like to think that somebody along the line noticed that discrepancy if it should have been 1.5 hours and would have changed their packaging by now. So I went with a half an hour, and on the applications that I've used this for, that half an hour has suited me just fine, and I've never had a problem, and it looks great. So there you go, guys. If you are in the market for some frosting on a window to get a little bit of privacy, this could be a great option for you. Not only is it easy to do, it comes with everything, it's also inexpensive. It is way cheaper than getting frosted glass. And you know what? If it comes a point in time where you're not sure how long you're going to want that privacy, you just want to try this stuff, a razor blade will take it off if you want after it's cured. You can just scrape the whole window down and the stuff just comes off in a layer. Either way, this is a very viable option if you need to protect the privacy of whatever you have in a building, especially one like this. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in this week. I hope that you've enjoyed the show. Again, a much shorter show than I would normally have here on a Tuesday, but as well, a very different idea. I wasn't going to do this, and then I thought that some of you might find it interesting and have a use for it. So here we are. And that's what the Tuesday show is all about. If you haven't already, if you found any part of today's show useful, fun, informative, what have you, why not like and subscribe to the channel? Guys, we have an absolutely amazing audience base here, and I'm hoping that you're going to consider becoming a part of that. I hope you've enjoyed today's content. I hope you're going to look into this and give it a try for yourself if this is something that you're interested in. I hope you're going to drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think of this kind of show. Should I try more different products or not? You can let me know. But more importantly, I hope you're going to join me again next week when I bring you yet another Alternative Tuesdays.